Avengers Endgame's take on the Hulk, explained Polygon. Is bringing you, or the first generation of them, anyway Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hawkeye, Black Widow, and, of course, the Hulk. The strongest event. Hulk is a very smart man, this Stan Lee / Marvel character, this incredibly smart man in this incredibly powerful body. Where do you go with that? Now that Endgame has hit theaters, we know. Avengers Endgame edition. Note this post contains for Avengers Endgame. While the Hulk did have the vocab of a 2-year-old in Thor Ragnarok, Endgame takes Bruce Banner and his testy alter ego a step further. Hulk speaks in the 5 years after the snap, Bruce Banner and the Hulk are no longer enemies, they're sharing one body and mind. And that's a move root. Over the decades, there have been many Hulks, both in the literal sense, and the metaphorical. In the comics, yes, there is indeed a Professor Hulk, or merged Hulk, if you will. He's armed with Banner. There is a catch, though. If he gets too Endgame brings Banner and Hulk's narrative arc full circle in the MCU, a tricky proposition, since Marvel is disinclined to produce a solo Hulk movie due to some leftover, and so Mark Ruffalo and Kevin Feige in lieu of an actual Hulk film. Now we know what they. Justin is a Kansas City, Missouri, freelance writer, and is on Twitter often. He also is an
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.